Hello student, in this video we will cover the topic simple structure of Java program. So let's start. Here we will see the block diagram through which we can easily understand the structure of a Java program having different section. First one is your document section, second one is your package statement, next one is your import statement. This statement is used to package what we want to use our program, that is predefined classes in the package section. Next one is your interface statement, next one is your class definition. As we have seen here only, these four, package section, import section, interface section and class definition section, these all are the optional part, while last but not the least, that is your main class definition section. This is a essential part. Why it is essential? Because in this class definition we will define the main method. As we know that Java program we cannot create the Java program with the help of main method. That's why this section is a essential section. Now we will deal each and every section here in a detail. First one is your document section. What happened in this section? This is a suggestional section. In this section, basically, we will use to define the comments in a Java program, and this comment is used to improve the readability of the program. Java support basically three types of section. These comments are here. First one is your single line comment. Second one is your multi-line. Last but not the least, that is your documentation comment. Now we will see the syntax, how to declare any statement in a Java, like single comment, multi-line comment and a documentation comment. We will see here, that is a statement. Here, that is a syntax to declare single line comment. Here we are using at the statement at a starting point double slash, that is a front slash. Now we can define multi-line comment. We will use as a delimiter starting, that one is front slash with asterisk sign, and close multi-line comment with the help of this asterisk and the front line slash. Now that is the way through which we can define documentation comment. This comment is start with a delimiter like front slash with two asterisk sign, and end this comment line with the asterisk and a front slash. Now the next section we have seen in the block diagram, this is your package statement. This is a optional statement, and this statement is used to define the predefined classes or predefined group of classes in form of packages. When we are using this statement, we use package keyword to define user defined package. After that we will use import statement section. This section is always used just after the package statement. Why it's come on the just after package statement? Because in this section we will import packages which we are already defined in a program. So look at here, how to import a packages in Java. Here it is an example through which we can import a scanner class, and second is example in which we are using asterisk sign. In both statement we are importing util package, but there is a quite difference between these two statements. First here I am using scanner class, while in a second statement I am using asterisk keyword. So what is the difference between these two? Now here I am importing a scanner class of this util package with the help of this syntax, but in this way we are importing all the classes of this util package. So these two are the syntax through which we can import our packages. Now next section is your interface section. This is also optional section. when we are declaring or defining a Java program, what happened? Basically, this section is used to define concept of multiple inheritance in a Java. There is a slight difference between interface and class, or you can say that interface is as similar as class, but there is a minute gap between these two. What happened in a class? Within a class, we can define variable as well as method, while in an interface, we can only define the constant and we only define declare the methods, not the defining parts. Now, next is a definition section of the structure. What happened here? Java support the concept of multiple classes. We can create more than one classes in a Java. So these classes undercomes defined in the section of this particular part. This is also a optional part because in this section we didn't declare the concept of main method. So it is also a optional part. Last but not the least, that is very important concept, that is the main method class declaration section. What happened in this section? In this section, we will define the main method because Java having at least main method and the execution of Java program start from the main method. That's why this section is very important when we are creating any Java program. Without this section, we cannot run our program. So with the help of simple example, we can understand the structure of a Java program. So let's see the simple program of Java through which we can simply display a string on the string here. That is a simple program through which we can write a single string that is called hello world in a string. So look at here. Here we are creating a class that name is example. Then we are declaring main method here. The name of the main method is main. Then within a main method is started from this curly bracket and closed from these braces. So the life of this main method is inside this. So life of this class example, the birth of this class over here and the date of this class is coming over here. So the time duration between birth to death is called life. So here the existence of this class example is from there to here. So now we will analyze this program line by line and word by word also, what each and every word says of this program to the compiler. Now here first is your public. Public is what? Public is an accessifier. It indicates anyone can access this class. Now here class is a keyword. What is keyword? Keyword is nothing. It is a predefined word which is understood by your compiler. Now next is the name of the class. Here it is a name of class. We have declared the name of this class is example. So as we have told to you, when we are using double slash before any statement, what it indicates? It indicates this statement convert into what? Comment. Now next, now what this word says, we have already discussed here. Public is an accessifier. Now next is a static keyword. What is static keyword? What is the use of this word? When we declare any method static, what it indicates? It indicates we can use this method without creating of any object. Now next is a void. Void is nothing, it is a return type which shows which type of data is written by the method. Now next is your main method. Next one is within a main method we are passing argument. The name of this argument is args. Args is an array and its type is string. Basically, this argument is used to store the command line argument which is passed in the time of execution of a program. Now, undercome in the main method, we are using this syntax to represent any string on the console, that is system.out.println. What is system, what is output, out, and what is println? Every word says something. So what is system? System is a class. How I identify system is a class? Because the first alphabet of system is a caps. That's why I can easily identify this is a class. Now out is what? Out is a object of class, system class. Next one is your println. Println is a predefined method of which class? It is a method of your system class. Now next, whatever string you want to print as it is on the screen, we will take within a double quote. So hello world we want to print on the screen, so we can use double quote. Now that symbol is used to terminate the symbol. Now close the main method here. Now here we are closing the program. So we can understand easily what each and every word says of this program to the compiler to perform the task. So we will meet in a next video with new topic. Thank you so much.